morning, everyone. We're not going to listen to as much music as we sometimes do leading into the start of a stream. I just kind of want to get going today. So, let's not waste too much time. There we go. That's a nice background. A lovely background. While we're chatting to get our day started. There's probably some CA stuff today, but I've got some, I've still got some time left that I'm allowed to show you guys stuff, so we're gonna mess around with Orion a little bit. So, yeah, I still cannot talk about DLC free LC. We are nearly there. We're nearly to being able to talk about a lot of things, but we're not quite there yet. Let's chat about, well, let's just say hello to everybody. I haven't gotten to do a hello queue in a while because every time we do one of these streams, especially the last few days, like a ton of people flooded in. But this morning looks a little more chill, so I think we can actually say hi to everybody. So, good morning to, we've got Melker, Tommy Bravo, Server the Great Horned Rat, Dosek095, Fritz16, Nico Zacharias, Archmage Eldrin, Sismed Rozanski, Orion is here, Darkness is also a weeb, Kachinska, I probably said that wrong, Eisen Kritzer, hello, hello, GIF100, Kimsy Bimsy, hello, been a while since I've seen you, I feel like, Razor Dragontail, Orc Boss, Ravzar, Tabalane, Coldred Luxtos, Dominic Cudern, Liam Huntley, hello, hello, Franny Boy, Zio Ojisan, Kelgar Iron Fist, James Radcliffe, Yawning Firefly, Joachim Shipper, Marcus Gonzalez, oh gosh, Wiggle Wiggles Bottom, Eric Litsinius, Tyler Dunbar, Hamlet the Omelet, Scarlet Core, John Novak, Glacial Raven, Mr. Lion Guy, Uchiha Madara, Sequoiapip, sorry if I butchered that, Kazomi Krazomson, M. Thompson, James Taylor, Marcelo Bila, Kodioff Zero, Dog, Leshy, Chris, I Struggle, D.A. Ponch, no Drycha today, Cold Shoulder, Dreadness the Eternal, and then over on Twitch, we've also got Eldrin, I Seen You Raider, Godzilla 2021, Kiro, Big Aggie 72, Living Legend, Magoichi Saicha, Soru 92, Hashit's Champion, Why Bloody Not, Cow, good morning, Vanguard Alpha, Redeem Lorfac, we'll get around to that. MMO Addicted, hey, thanks for the bits, my dude. Stuff is going pretty good today. Garanath Grimrath, Ripa Splitta, Heretical Heretic, Kira 406, Yakulan. Good to see you all. Alright, so we're gonna be messing around with Orion today. So, just to kind of show off his new features.
The forest calls.
We're gonna do very hard. We'll keep the Chaos Invasion at very hard. I doubt we'll get to the Chaos Invasion, but you know, we'll have it up there. Thank you, YouTube Music. Don't need you anymore. And boom, let's go. Is it better to comment here or on Twitch? That's up to you. That's up to you. It doesn't make a difference to me. YouTube tends to be a little busier than Twitch, but you know, it's whatever. I can't show y'all anything about Drycha yet, and I also can't show anything for the DLC yet, and I also cannot show the Skaven Chieftain. Those are the things that are out of my ability. Zerkovich has a DC unit highlight in about 10 minutes. Is the embargo dropping that soon?
Ever vigilant, my
A embargo is dropping, but not the one that I really care about. There is an embargo dropping in about 10 minutes. There is one dropping, but it's not campaign. A lot of a ton of videos are about to drop showing off the new DLC units, probably in battle and stuff. How long can I play today? I could play up to like, I think 4 hours, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna play. We're probably gonna get like a good 3 hours in before we call it. Have I already seen the Total War Battles Warhammer trailer? I have. It looks goofy. So, let's talk about what's different with Orion. Let's just get into it right now. So, obviously, you saw with Durthu in my last campaign, all the new techs. We talked about the new buildings. Obviously, Orion and Durthu have slightly different, unique structures. So, we'll kind of go over those as they come up. But the big thing is Orion's new skill tree. The big new thing that he got, of course, was his unique skill tree here, where he now has the following abilities. He has Assurance Command, which makes his javelins have the anti-large trait, and it also increases the missile strength, which is awesome. Bounty of Kurnos gives him 100% additional ammunition, lets him use Hawk's Talon ability, his bow, 2 additional times. The Hunter's Gather makes military recruitment buildings faster to build and cheaper to build. It also allows him to recruit more armies faster, or more units faster. Eyes of the Forest gives stock to Orion's entire army if they're in an ambush. It also makes him better at ambushing and gives him more campaign line of sight. And then part of the bow makes it that Orion can detect anybody if they're trying to hide in a forest. Orion is the only character so far in the game that is completely immune to people stealthing in forests. Very situational ability, but it is useful. I would love to see something like this interpreted for Chocox if he's ever put in the game. And then the Never-Ending Hunt makes Preveneth Rema, Hawk's Talon, and the Hounds of Orion have a 50% faster cooldown. So, and then let's talk about the Wild Hunt. So the way the Wild Hunt works is I have offices, right? So, for instance, Orion, as part of his starting office, gets a 10% bonus from raising, and he also has some unique buffs that will activate during the Wild Hunt. So whenever the Wild Hunt goes off, Orion will get some buffs for his army, and any effects from the Wild Hunt will be doubled. So, for instance, Orion will get 20% raise instead of just 10%. This guy normally gives 5 leadership and 10 charge bonus for all forest spirits. During the Wild Hunt, that doubles. So they would have 10 leadership for all those units and 20 charge bonus. Talon of Kurnos makes it so that the Lord... This one's really, really strong. You give this to a Glade Lord, and they get 25% missile strength and -5 leadership to enemy armies. During the Wild Hunt, that doubles. So you get 50% missile strength on a Lord of your choice, and they lower enemy leadership by 10. That is brutal. Bonzi, hey, good morning. Thanks for the nice words. This character gives plus 10% movement for local armies and minus 10% upkeep for all mounted units. During the Wild Hunt, that doubles. So you get 20% upkeep reduction on all those units and plus 20% campaign movement. This one is minus 10% upkeep for all cav, minus 4 public order. That doubles. Master of Drums, plus 5 leadership for all local armies, plus 10% weapon strength for all dancers. That doubles. Master of Supplies, plus 15% ammo and plus 10 armor on Eternal Guard and Glade Guard. During the Wild Hunt, that doubles. Yeah, we just look at Orion's skill tree, but I'll let you see it here. The big new things are that he gets well, we'll kind of look at it as we go, but bonus missile strength and anti-large ammo, more doubles his ammo and can use his bow 2 more times, makes military recruitment buildings cheaper and faster to build and can recruit more units, gives his army stock during ambush, is more successful at ambushing and can see further on the campaign map, can detect all units that are hiding in woods, and can use all of his abilities, Preveneth Rema, Hawk's Talon, and Hounds of Orion, on a 50% shorter cooldown. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started.
All hail Colonel. They will fail. Protector of the oak. Blood for Cain.
Can you ask about lore stuff and make stupid puns? Of course. I actually do want to fight this because I'm curious to check something. There's something I really wanted them to do in this DLC with Orion, but I don't think they did, which will be disappointing, but, you know, let's check it before I get into it. In ideal circumstances, what mortal or not full god could heal Drycha of his madness? Drycha could heal himself of his madness, if he would just stop. I don't want to say he's having a pity party, but if Drycha could kind of get over himself, he would break free of his own madness. He doesn't need someone to do it for him. It's more of he kind of has to wrestle with his own demons. But it takes a lot for him to do that. Eventually he does, but unfortunately it takes him till the end times to figure it out. So what I'm curious about is I was really hoping they added in an animation for this ability. Nope. That's a bummer. That's still on my list. One day they'll do it. Don't get surrounded. Okay, let's go ahead and send Orion over here. Let the Hawks dive in here. We're playing on very hard campaign difficulty and hard battle. So we're playing on the second highest difficulty for both systems. Isn't Drycha dead, though? In Age of Sigmar, Drycha is dead, kind of. Do the Wood Elves and Lizardmen get along at all? They would if they interacted very often, but they don't really bump into each other very much. It is exceedingly rare for the Wood Elves and the Lizardmen to run into each other. But generally, they're on the same side of things. The only time you would probably ever see the Wood Elves and Lizardmen come to blows is if the Wood Elves unintentionally did something to protect the forest, or like get revenge on an enemy, or try and deal with a threat that they don't want to deal with by like pawning it off on the Lizardmen, which is a favorite Wood Elf tactic that ended up catching, like, annoying the Lizardmen enough to cause them to strike back. How hard did I make the Chaos Invasion? Very hard, but I highly doubt we'll be able to get to the Chaos Invasion. They also changed his trait. Okay, cool. We'll check Orion's trait after this. I'm trying to mow down this Beast Lord. I will say, I'm a little disappointed by Orion. Granted, he needed more work than I... My only concern with Orion is that I really wanted them to clean up his animations and add a few... Well, he's dead. Add a few animations. Like, the big thing is that when they put Emmerich in the game, I was really interested, because Emmerich, like, pulls out a horn and blows on it whenever you activate the Dragon Horn. I really wanted them to do that with Orion when he plays the Horn of the Wild Hunt, and he doesn't. So Orion doesn't do that, and then when he fires the Hawk's Talon, I was really hoping he would actually take off the bow and just shoot it upwards. Doesn't do that either. So I'm kind of disappointed that they just didn't do any animation work with Orion. I was also one of many people hoping that they were going to make him faster, like move faster, but they didn't do that, once again, due to animation issues. But, so, I don't know. That's a video that I'm definitely going to be releasing here after the DLC stuff calms down. We need to have a talk with CA, like a big old conversation about animations. Because there's a lot of outdated animations, and CA's just kind of twiddling their thumbs in the background. I think genuinely believing that either nobody notices or nobody cares, and they are wrong on both counts. And unfortunately, when it comes to, I think, making large changes for the benefit of the long life of the game, the only time CA fixes things is when they get, like, smashed over the back of the head by, like, a big community movement. What are forest spirits? Ooh, that's actually a much denser question than I think anyone may... How do I answer that in a short way? What are forest spirits? Forest spirits are essentially... They are entities that exist within... They were created in Athel Loren. They are entities born of the forest that were created a super long time ago by the old ones. Not so much the spirits themselves, but the old ones had an experiment where they basically messed around with the idea of giving a forest sentience. And as part of that sentience, what these, what the forest ended up doing is its sentience is genuinely, or usually expressed in the form of spirits, which are creatures that don't tend to have a physical form that can kind of wander around and exist within Athel Loren. Godzilla, thanks so much for the tip, my dude. This might be controversial, but how would I feel about an Animations DLC? I'm 100% in favor of it. We'll discuss that after all this is over. I don't want to get into that like when we're in the midst of a DLC. Oh, by the way, it's past 9 o'clock, so I can actually talk about this now. It's past 9 o'clock, so we can talk about the today's the embargo that just dropped. So, between now and tomorrow, I am allowed to showcase you guys a series of videos or a live stream of showing off the new DLC in battle. So I can show off the new units, I can show off the new characters, I can show off Drycha. So what we need to decide as a stream is what y'all want to see. Because there's only a limited amount of time, and we'll be doing it live. I was gonna record it, but screw that. I ain't got the time for that right now. I'm super busy. Oh yeah, new trait for Orion. Orion's new trait is King of the Woods. Ah, yeah. Orion's new trait is pretty sexy. So if Ariel, I like that they did this. If Ariel is in Orion's army, you get Guardian on Orion. So Orion gains the Guardian ability. When Ariel's in his army, he gives 5% missile strength faction-wide, 20% weapon strength for Wild Riders, and 8 charge bonus for Wild Riders, all of which are very, very good. And we've got an invading force of Beastmen about to come in here, so I should probably get some troops. We'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. Everybody calm down. We'll do a poll. I will make a poll. And honestly, guys, we'll have enough time to show off everything. So don't bust your balls over it. We don't even need to do a poll. We don't even need to do a poll. We have plenty of time to show things off. Odd question. Thanks for the bits, my dude. Odd question. You might not be able to answer it, but will Dates Forge? I can't answer any questions about the DLC campaign. I'm sorry. I really wish I could. I know there's a lot of reactions going on over on like Reddit and stuff about the new DLC, and like people giving their reactions on the Forge of Daith and the Flesh Laboratory. All I'm gonna say is this. Don't worry about the Forge of Daith. Don't worry about it. Once I'll be able to show it off to you guys very, very soon. And just hang in there until then. It is my genuine opinion that CA has done an absolute dogshit job of showing off how it works. So just hang in there. I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Skaven are so much better than the Wood Elves. Just wait. Just wait. Do any fat elves exist in the lore? There are like, so, not that I'm aware of, but it's possible. I think it just tends to be a little difficult for them to become fat due to, like, just the nature of elven life. You know, where you're like, elves tend to be very constantly on the move and athletic and all that stuff. Fun fact about Bone Ripper, there have been 13 Bone Rippers. There's your fun fact. And the giant, crazy badass one from the End Times, that is actually the 13th. But like I said, I can't get into super... Oh gosh, they don't have... Ah, they don't have a skirmish on. Run away. Dive, dive, dive. What do I think of the Zotes? The Zotes being a unit? I like it. I was a little worried that they were going to be, like, just characters. Because, like, how do you make Zotes compelling if they're just, like, a hero? Like, yeah, either they would be really powerful but too expensive, so most people would probably just take, like, the regular hero, the spell singer, whatever, or they would be really, they would be just really generic and not strong enough, in which case, you know, would they really be worth having in the game at all at that point? So I think they struck a good balance. Can I show Ariel today? I can. Why is it always 13 with Skaven? Because that's the Horned Rat's favorite number. It's the number of the Horned Rat. What do you want from him? Okay, we rallied our Wild Riders. I did this really poorly. I should have put my entire army on one side and used our superior firepower to deal with their superior numbers, instead of splitting up my army like a dunce. Too late, Thomas. You're going in the pit. Sorry. Like, our archers are just fine, but our melee infantry are not having a great time. Neither are our Wild Riders. That's okay though. They'll manage. Good grief. I made a very easy fight very hard. Just Tuesday things, I guess. Come here, little shits. Do mutant rat ogres... And so now, guys, now I can, because the embargo is up, I can officially talk about any of the performance elements of the DLC units. So, like, if you have a question about, like, how a unit works, as long as it's not campaign related, I can talk about it. How strong is Ariel? Ariel is very, very strong. She's very powerful. She's very different from Lord Croc. Like, they're similar in that they're both exceedingly powerful characters, but they're also different in that they kind of they behave very differently. I can't talk about that character. I also can't talk about only ask about DLC and Drycha. DLC and Drycha, we'll put it that way. What was the final fate of the Vampire Tsarina? She got turned into a giant icicle. And supposedly something else was going to happen with that, but nothing ever did. Is Ariel... That's campaign... in multiplayer... In multiplayer, Ariel... I don't know. I consider that campaign related, though. So I'm not going to... Can't answer that quite yet. Gorgeous P. Thanks for the question, though.
Archers ready! Ready to fire! Way Watchers! Stop! Stand your ground! Deepwood Archers! Children of Athel Lauren!
Why am I so bad?
Fighters ready.
Okay, so we got those dealt with.
Awaiting orders.
Does Ariel have unique spells? No, but she has a very nice spell list. Which I think has already been revealed on the Steam page. I mean, that's not super news. Hold on a second. Gonna tab out here just to see what's on the old up and up. Yeah, Zerkovich, Janet on Occasion, Zerkovich, Turin, Great Book of Grudges, Turin, Jesus. But yeah. Is Drycha's hair smokable? Probably. What's my new favorite generic unit? Probably the Great Stag Knights. The Great Stag Knights are so fun. They are stupidly fun. I think they are easily one of the most enjoyable new units. I will say, I much prefer the new Wood Elf units over the new Skaven units. The new Skaven units they're fun, but they don't really add a lot to the Skaven playstyle, in my opinion. Like, there are cool things that they do, but they're not like revolutionary new toys or anything cool like that, in my opinion. Like, I definitely think the Wood Elves, from like a battle perspective, seem to be coming out in a better place as far as like having lots of new shiny toys. But that makes sense. I mean, they got a full rework and also were like hilariously kind of behind the times. I will say that Ariel has a Ariel's got a lot of cool stuff going for her. Like, her spells are really, really strong. Her items are pretty nice. I can't remember exactly which items that she has in multiplayer as opposed to campaign. But I think she has the berry wine in multiplayer, but I'll have to double check on that.
Awaiting orders.
Oh yeah, the new Skaven regiments of Renown are pretty hype. What's the difference between War Dancers and the new Dual Sword unit? So the new Dual Sword War Dancers, the big thing about them is that there's a couple things. The first is that they have magic damage, which is pretty nice. The big thing about them though is they have stupid amounts of AP, and they have a unique dance. So where most Wood Elves have the dance, or most Shadow Dancers and such, War Dancers, have the dance of, oh hey, I'm harder to hit because my melee defense went up. The new Dancers, the Blade Dancers, instead have a dance that lowers their armor piercing and greatly increases their weapon strength. So the thing you can do with the Blade Singers is the Blade Singers, you can leave them normal with their dance off. So they run in and they absolutely they can shred through heavy AP, or heavy armor. Or you can activate their dance and their weapon strength will go really, really high. And they're able to like butcher anything that doesn't have high armor. So you can customize them based on their dance being triggered on or off to specialize against different kinds of units.
Go in.
Morning, Jason. How's Shadowlands treating you? Who do I prefer between Wood Elves and Forest Spirits? I've always been more of a Wood Elf person. I cannot show you anything in campaign.
I am called for.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Let's just how about we do this? How about we do this, guys? Hold up. Hold up. I'm just gonna shut this down. I'll change the title of the stream real quick. Why don't we just show off the new units? Let's just screw it. Let's just show what y'all clearly want to see. We can do this later today. I'm not in a rush to play Orion. So let me change the name of the stuff right now. Showcasing new Twisted And Twilight new units and Drycha in custom battle. Done. Let me change the YouTube name. New DLC units and Drycha custom battles showcase. Come check out the new toys. Save. Let it never be said that Sotek's not a man of the people. And then let me double check what my rules are for this real quick. Hold on. Let me read my contract. Let's see. Here we go. Today is the 24th. I can show everything. I can do 2 hours of custom battle stream footage. Cool. So y'all have got me for 2 hours. And I can turn on everything except the Skaven Chieftain. Which means everything except that one. So you and you. Close. Play. Minimize. I should do some multiplayer. That'd be great if there was anybody to play against. But seeing as I'm on this build and almost all of you are on not this build, let's take a look at all the changes in custom battle. Alright, let's get started. So, let's start with the Skaven, because we're already here. So, here's Throt the Unclean. Throt the Unclean has a couple of cool things that he can do. Actually, you know what? Let's just grab a bunch of stuff and hop into a match. How about that? Let's take Throt. We'll keep him on foot. Let's take a Packmaster. Let's take another Packmaster and put it on a Brood Horror. Also, here's a fun little thing for you. The Skaven Warlord. The Skaven Warlord can also ride a Brood Horror. Skaven Warlord can ride a Brood Horror. So, where'd he go? Throt, where are you? There's Throt. Throt we're going to leave on foot. We're going to give him all his goodies. Packmaster on foot, we're going to give goodies. We're going to put this one on a mount. I'm going to set my funds to stupid high. Ultra funds. Then we're going to take all the new stuff. So we got Wolf Rats. The Regiment of Renown. We'll take regular Rat Ogres for comparison. Brood Horror, Mutant Rat Ogres. Hell Pits. That's all the Skaven stuff. And we're just gonna throw out some random dwarves to just get hit. There we go, that'll work. Alright. What map are we on? MP Crossroads? Perfect. Can I take Gorich? I can take Gorich. It says I can show Drycha and her unique units. Okay, so let's check out the new Skaven stuff, and then we'll get right to the Wood Elves, and then we'll show off some like battle effects and other cool things. So, first things first, we've got the new Hell Pit Abomination. So this is the Thing Thing. The Thing has a slightly different coloration. It's not too extremely different, but it's different enough. But the important thing is what it does. So on top of being a rank 9 Hell Pit Abomination, it has poisoned melee attacks, and it has this. Fluid Injection, which Fluid Injection makes it so that it gets hilarious buffs. Big AP, big base damage, big melee attack, but it rampages. Over here, we've got the new Mutant Rat Ogre. Mutant Rat Ogres have magical attacks because they have Warpstone-based attacks. They also have heavy AP, and they're absolutely beautiful, hideous things. Big ol' charge bonus, big ol' melee attack, very, very fast. Not a lot of armor. They do come... there is a new keyword in the game now, which is called Molder Monsters. Molder Monsters have abilities from Throt and Packmasters that are able to work on them. Also, the generic Mutant Rat Ogre does have a 20% physical resist and Frenzy. Very nice. Morse Guitar's Hellion. He is the exact same as this guy, except for... Oh, by the way, they cause terror. He's the exact same, except for he has Ikit Zap Zap, because he's for Morse Guitar. Which, for those who don't know, Morse Guitar is the Lord of Clan Scryer. So this is basically... This guy right here, the Morse Guitar's Hellion, this guy is essentially a prototype Storm Fiend. He is essentially a Storm Fiend because he was created for Clan Scryer, but he's got all these like nice Warpstone weapons and stuff. So he causes your abilities to go on recharge by slapping you. And he also has Warp Discharge, which makes it so that whenever he's fighting in combat, there's a chance that he shoots off Warp Lightning Blast to hurt everyone around him. This is the Brood Horror. The Brood Horror was a Forge World creation. They're absolutely disgusting, vile creatures. They have Frenzy, they're super duper fast, and when they die, they shake violently and explode, which deals okay damage. They have a little bit of missile resistance, cause terror, and they're very, very good against hordes. This is the last new Regiment of Renown right here, which are the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep, which are specialist rat ogres from the depths of Hell Pit that have the Berserk ability from Norska. So the longer they're in battle, the tankier and nastier they get. Also, they're immune to Psych, which is fun. Then over here, we've got the Wolf Rats. Honestly, I'm disappointed with how these are implemented. I'll save it for when I make my overall review of the DLC, but I'm a little disappointed with what they did with the Wolf Rats. But there are two variants. The ones with the nasty slobber and green claws and fangs are the poisoned variant. They have Vanguard deployment, Strider, and of course poison attacks. Pretty okay stat line considering that there's 60 of them. And then these guys, instead of poison, they have magical attacks with their Warpstone fangs and AP. They have mostly armor-piercing attacks. Then there's Gorich. Hold on, I gotta turn up the, let me turn up the audio. Dude, listen to this guy's voice lines.
Man once, now monster.
Like, his voice.
Courage.
I'm gonna move him over here by himself.
Abominable champion. Courage. Let slaughter reign. Courage.
I love his voice.
Monster with mind.
So this is Gorich. In case you can't tell, he's not alive. He's more of a... He's kind of a... Well, he's a Frankenstein's monster.
Courage.
This is Throt the Unclean's greatest creation. And it's literally a Norskin berserker guy who runs on like a Warpstone-powered... whatever this is. Backpack. But it's like, the smoke's coming out of it, it's got sparks, and the audio is so good. Throt the Unclean created him. So he's Throt's greatest creation, even though Throt actually kind of hates him. Here we've got a Packmaster on a Brood Horror. And Packmasters in single player at least come with a couple of abilities that you'll get later in campaign. They have one called Running with the Pack, which is if a this is a passive. If a Packmaster is in close combat, he will heal nearby Clan Molder units. So Rat Ogres, Mutant Rat Ogres, Hell Pits, Wolf Rats, all of those units, a maximum of 3 per Packmaster, will be healing so long as the Packmaster himself is in close combat. Then he's got a shock collar, which the shock collar lets you buff a clan molder monster and give them immune to psych, melee attack, and leadership. Here we've got him on foot with his little thing catcher with the clink, snap snap. Pretty much the same. Obviously, you can run him with multiplayer items, which you can get the Scrying Stone or Skaven Brew. And then we've got Big Daddy himself, voiced by a member of the community, no less. The guy who voices Throt, I actually watched his audition, his fan auditions. Throt has amazing animations, by the way.
Ready to eat, feed.
He's very paranoid, and he'll just bring out giant rats and eat them, and then just throw away the corpse. So he's just constantly nomming, which is just great. He has a couple of cool abilities. He has his unique weapon, Creature Killer, which Creature Killer makes it so that all nearby units get bonus versus large and immune to psych. Remoldered lets him do a really powerful heal, 1440 hit points onto a clan molder monster, in addition to buffing its leadership and melee attack. And then the Beast Pack lets him summon a unit of Rat Ogres. But now, let's get a little bit of battle footage, yeah? Let's send in some of the really tasty things. So let's send in Throt, Gorich, the Packmaster, the Brood Horrors, and the monsters. Let's send in this crew. The rest of these guys are, you've probably seen essentially what they do attack. How does he remolder from 100 meters? Carefully. Do I think some of this could be applied to the Dark Elf Beastmaster? Maybe? I mean, the Dark Elf Beastmaster could use a little bit of touching up, I would agree. No, there's not a unit of Packmasters. Alright, so the Brood Horrors are definitely going to make first place, because, I mean, look at these guys. Look how fast these little dudes scurry. They are hustling. And then, of course, you've got your 40k character. Because having a 40k character in fantasy is absolutely what we needed.
Unchecked savagery.
Oh, we gotta watch Gorich.
Make no mistake, what these herbs take.
You want to see something he can do? Please observe. It doesn't spin to win. So Gorich can't spin to win with Evisceration. He also has Warp Frenzy, which makes him go crazy. Meanwhile, you have your Mutant Rat Ogres getting in work. So one thing you'll notice about the Mutant Rat Ogres is that they actually throw down these little areas of effect that'll kind of zap people. Oh, here goes his Warp Stone. Check in on the Brood Horrors. They have a really gnarly vomit attack. Let's see if we can get them to use it. Come on, throw up for me. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah! There it is. Nasty. Ah, Throt's fighting.
Master Mutator!
The devil's crown will be wide to this foe by nightfall.
Throt, I think you need some backup, my dude. Let's summon some backup.
Big experiment.
Summoning rat ogres is always such a pleasant treat. Alright, let's move on to the next faction. And then we can kind of mess around with some other stuff. I actually do need to pay attention to the time. Alright. Alright, a lot of people have... Okay, so I've been... It says right here... Hold on, I'm going to message someone about this because I want to make absolutely sure I don't get in trouble. Okay, cool. We can absolutely show off Coadil. Let's show off Coadil. I love Coadil. They did a really, really good job with him. So, we are allowed to show off the exclusive units to Drycha. So we're gonna say hi to Daddy Coadil. We're gonna check in with the malevolent treemen, the malevolent branch wraiths, and just all of Drycha's stuff. All of Drycha's stuff that's unique. So we're gonna get all the beasties of the forest. Because Drycha, you'll notice, Drycha has a lot of weird gimmicks to do with wood elves. So she's not able to use a lot of the regular wood elf roster. So she makes up for it with wild creatures. But Coadil... So all the nasty beasties of the forest are coming out to play, as are the twisted and malevolent tree spirits. And Drycha's awesome, dude. So let's get started. Let's just bring him out. Bring him out. Coadil, the big, pissed off, orange ancient tree man of legend. Coadil is a wizard, and a very powerful one at that. He comes with a very unique mix of magic. He's got the lore of beasts mixed with the lore of dark magic and beast magic. So he comes with Wizard's Wild Form, Flock of Doom, Transformation of Caden, Power of Darkness, Word of Pain, and Doombolt. And as you can see, he's very corrupted and nasty due to what Morgur did to him. He also comes with a couple of unique gimmicks. He has significant bonus versus large at 25. Do they explain how Coadil gets out? You'll have to play Drycha's campaign to find out. He comes with a lot of AP and base damage. He comes with armor sundering attacks. He's got, of course, your typical physical and magic resistances for being a big old scary tree lord. He's unbreakable. Coadil is unbreakable. He has frenzy. And he has Murder of Spites. And Murder of Spites is that whenever Coadil is in close combat, he deals damage and a constant drain effect around him. So Coadil is constantly draining people in close combat, just like a Mortis engine. And then he also has the Muster of Malevolence, which is essentially a free spirit leech that reduces your vigor by 100%. Coadil is a hero. Coadil is a legendary hero. You'll learn more about him as CA reveals more about Drycha's campaign. Then, of course, we've got Drycha. Drycha is actually very close to her original model, but they made her claw hands bigger, which is awesome. And they also fixed her hair, because in her tabletop model, for whatever reason, she had like slicked back hair. It was a little weird. Here, you want to see something cool about Drycha? So she's got these like holes in her body, in her bark, and if you look within these holes, you'll actually see little spites looking back at you. Like you can see eyes. No campaign stuff, guys. Don't ask about campaign stuff because I'm not going to answer it. Here we have Drycha's friends. As you can see, all of the forest spirits in Drycha's army, all Drycha Senken forest spirits are, well, they're a little purple. They're all malevolent and spooky and shrieking and creepy, including and they're all malevolent. So you may be wondering, well, what makes malevolent forest spirits different than regular forest spirits? Oh, I should fix my audio, shouldn't I? The big difference between regular forest spirits and malevolent forest spirits is Drycha and her malevolent forest spirits have frenzy. So all of the forest spirits in Drycha's army have frenzy. All of them. Because they're malevolent and they're pissed off. But, oh, their color scheme is so good, dude. They're like an evil, corrupted version of, like, the ones that Alariel has. Then she has wild animals. So here you've got giant wolves as part of her faction, which are super duper good. They have really, really high weapon strength, which makes them pretty useful with that high speed. You've got living bats. So we've got cave bats. So look, they're not undead. They're just regular bats. Regular mean bats. Giant spiders. So these are Drycha's spiders. Because Drycha has all the creepy crawlies of the woods. We also have great hawks, which are the warhawks, but with no pesky elves weighing them down. Feral manticore, which does not have Vanguard deployment because he's lame. So you got the Feral Manticore. And, yeah, that's Drycha's faction. But, something we gotta showcase is we've gotta showcase these new bad boys in action. Especially Drycha. Drycha has just beautiful combat animations. The rest of these guys, you know, you know what to expect. You've seen their performances, but Drycha's got something special. Oh, real quick, as Drycha's running into battle, what's really, really unique about her, she has Frenzy, and then she has this. So check this out. Fanatical Resolve. Fanatical Resolve makes it that whenever Drycha gets knocked 25% down, she gives buffs to all allies within 40 meters. So at 75% health, Drycha gives 5% base damage, 5% melee attack. The next tick, 10 and 10. Last tick, 15 and 15. That's for everybody within 40 meters, which is so sexy. She's, of course, a shadow caster, so she has the lore of shadow. And then she has this, Rouse to Wrath, which lets you summon dryads. So let's see what Drycha looks like when she fights, eh? Check out her animations. Watch this. She kind of fights like a praying mantis. But you notice, look, she summons corrupted vines. She literally rips corrupted vines out of the ground in order to attack people, which is cool. I cannot show campaign stuff, guys. God, I love Drycha's redesign, dude. She looks so good. Kodel, get your big butt over here when you're done crushing that dwarf. Where is Queen Helga? Good question. Coadil, Coadil, Coadil. See, he's draining everybody around him. I can use the Muster of Malevolence on their king, which is basically a free spirit leech. Doombolt! Dude, Kodo looks amazing. I love his color scheme. He looks corrupted as hell. I also like that he doesn't have like a staff or anything. He's just fighting with his claws like a big bastard. Alright, so that should be enough on that. Let's go check out the actual Wood Elves. Alright, so the Heralds of Ariel. So we got the Sisters of Twilight. We'll take them on the dragon to start with, I guess. Sure, we'll grab the bow. We got Queen Ariel. We'll take the Glade Captain on Great Stag. And then we'll take the new Dancers. We'll take the Great Stag Knights and their ROR, Glade Riders, even though we've technically already seen those. The Zotes. And the new Dryads. Cool. Y'all ready? Oh wait, does Ariel have everything? Oh yeah, we gotta give Ariel all the items. Quick explanation about this Codil. Codil is essentially Durthu's only remaining brother. He is the most powerful forest spirit besides Durthu, but he's completely and utterly insane. When will part 2 of the campaign map video come out? As soon as it can. Which is not super far away, but still a little ways off. So, let's take a look at everything. First, we've got the Sisters of Twilight on their dragon Kythen Har. You can see we got one sister up here on the head, and the other sister over here on the back. It is very difficult for me to remember which sister is which, but in the campaign, it's actually very easy. No, I didn't forget Adenhu. Adenhu's just dead. Adenhu's been dead for quite a long time. Coadel and Durthu are the only ones left of, like, the true eldest of the ancients. As for unique abilities, the sisters cause terror. They can fire while moving. If you're riding Kythen Har, you get this bonus, which is once you're below 50% health, you get a bunch of damage buffs, which is really, really nice. And then Conjoined Destiny. How did Adenhu die? Adenhu died by... Ariel had basically gone crazy because Ariel delved way too deeply into learning dark magic, and it corrupted her soul and started driving her insane. And Adenhu, to save the forest and to save Ariel, basically after like this big battle where there was a bunch of crazy shit going on, Adenhu, through his connection to Ariel through the weave, he took all of the darkness and corruption that was in her soul and her body, and he ripped it out through the weave into himself. So Adenhu took all that nastiness into his own body, and it killed him. So he saved Ariel and Athel Loren as an extension of that, but it cost him his life. Adenhu was a badass. Adenhu was... You can kind of think of it as like Durthu's the warrior, Coadel's the trickster, and Adenhu was the wise, the sage. Adenhu was the best of the three. Anyway, but you can, whenever you're using the Sisters of Twilight, they'll both shoot, I think, but you can switch what arrows they're using. If you have them using the Talon of Dawn, it makes it so that they deal really, really high bonus versus large. They're single shots, and they sunder armor. And then the Talon of Dusk lets them shoot poisonous arrows that have bonus versus infantry, and they shoot like a whole bunch of them. So we'll try both those out on the dwarves. Then we've got the Zotes, which are probably my favorite unit in the entire DLC. I was really worried about how they were going to interpret the Zotes, but they did a great job. They just kind of casually use magic. They've got these really sexy Wood Elf themed hammers, and they've got a little bit more like Wood Elf iconography going on with like their the paint and the leaves and all that stuff. I really like their redesign because they got like these raised spine backs, long tails. They've got these really nice snapping turtle heads. They look great. But the basic version come with 4 bound spells. They come with Flesh to Stone and Earthblood. Can the sisters attack siege towers? I mean, they've got the siege attacker trait. With their arrows? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it'd be a waste to be shooting a siege tower with them, though. Then we've got the Glade Captain up here on the Stag, which you may have seen in one of my prior teams. But dude, these Stags are beautiful. Look how big. This is how you do Monstrous Cav. This is how you do Monstrous Cav. It's so well done. Like, they look so good. And, like, I love that the Glade Captain's kind of got her own unique variant with the unique colors. But look at the size of these things. They're oh, yeah, I love how they do that. If you watch the Glade Captain, she dodges when it leans its head back. Let's see if we can get that animation again. But, they don't do it on the regular guys for some reason, but they do it on the Glade Captain, which I love. Like, it'll lean its head back and shake, and she's like, oh, shit! But, yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait for the Chaos rework, because good lord, the Chaos Steeds, really need a fix. Yeah, see, she dodges. I love that. Here's their ROR version, the Lost Sylvan Knights. I'm imagining you can guess what their gimmick is. They're ghosts, they're ethereal, they're spooks. Here we have the Enigmas of Gyran. These are the Regiment of Renowned Zotes that have a beautiful color palette. They kind of got like a rainbow aesthetic. Reminds me of the last Bowser from Super Mario 64. The big difference between them and the regular Zotes, beyond higher stats, is that they come with a single cast of Regrowth instead of Earthblood. And then, of course, we've got the Blade Singers. The Blade Singers, Redhead Fans Rejoice, are an all-redhead group of warrior women. And this is their dance I was telling you about. So if you want, you can switch their dance, and if you toggle their dance, they get higher base weapon strength. Their base damage will go up to 61, but their AP will... Or no, their base damage will go up to 51, but their... or no, 35. But their AP will drop to 16. But these guys are badass against all forms of infantry. They're very, very good against all forms of infantry. And then, as she says, the Queen herself. Yes, she does have feet. If I can get under there. Yep. She even paints her toenails. But this is Queen Ariel. This is a brilliant redesign using the old art. She turned out absolutely amazing. She's very big. She's probably a lot bigger than you think. She's actually a little larger than Orion, which is funny. Granted, you know, she floats off the ground, so she cheats a bit. But she's got height on her husband. She's kind of got the Amazonian queen theme going. But she's got the beautiful butterfly ring. She's got the giant moth eyebrows. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to bed right now, chat. I want all of you to listen. I want all of you to listen, okay? Ariel being a legendary hero was the best damn decision they have ever made in this game. Just like Lord Croak being a legendary hero was the best damn decision. You can take them with every army. Anybody who says that Ariel should have been a legendary lord is a dumbass. I'm calling you out. Legendary lords are stupid. You can't mix them. It's dumb. If every character is a legendary lord, you can't take them in the same army. And it's dumb. Why would I want more legendary lords? I already have so much bloat from legendary lords. It's horrible. I want to be able to take these characters in the same army without having to use bullshit reinforcement garbage. Isabella von Karstein needs to be a legendary hero, and we're gonna have that fight as soon as this DLC gets wrapped up. Like, now I can take Ariel and Orion in the same army. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Plus, Ariel's not even around, like, 25% of the year anyway. But anyway, here's Ariel. Ariel's very similar to Orion in a lot of ways. She comes with physical resistance, missile resistance, she causes terror, vanguard deployment. She can hide in forest, despite her size. She has Strider, because she flies. She's unbreakable. She comes with the traits for life magic. And then, of course, the Wood Elves in this DLC gained access to high magic and dark magic. But they have their own unique traits. So where High Elves, whenever they cast high magic, they get a ward save faction-wide. Wood Elves get a physical resistance faction-wide, but I think it's a little higher percentage. And where Dark Elves, when they cast magic faction-wide, get better AP damage. Or I forget what it is that the Dark Elf trait is for dark magic. But for Wood Elves, Wrath of the Wood increases your missile damage, which is really, really cool. She also has Greater Arcane Conduit. Greater Arcane Conduit, very, very nice. And this is her spell roster. She has very, very nice set of spells. And then her items, we'll check out here in just a sec. We're going to use the dwarves as an example. Oh, and this is the last Regiment of Renown. The last Regiment of Renown are the Wraiths of the Frozen Heart, which are dryads from the Winter Kingdom in Ethelloren. Dark Elves lower enemy armor faction-wide. Ah, gotcha. Also, oh, well, thanks. By the way, in case anyone hasn't seen the Nightbot spamming it, I do have a unique link that you can use to check out the DLC if you'd like. I'd really, really appreciate anyone and everyone if you're willing to use that link to purchase the DLC using Fanatical. You don't have to, but you'll save more money than you would if you just bought it off Steam. So you'll save some money. I'll make some money. It's an 18% discount. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Anyway, let's shoot some shit. All right, so these two have a very, very long range. And oh, dude, the voice lines for the sisters are amazing. I can't wait for y'all to see them in campaign. They do so much amazing stuff. Let's take a few pot shots. So this is using the Talon of Dawn. So this is the single shot. You'll notice they both shoot. This one's, of course, much better for anti-large, not units. But it does sunder armor, which is nice. So it shoots these heat-seeking arrows. Now let's shoot the real moneymaker for dealing with this particular situation. Scatter shot! Hey, Ariel. Let's use the acorns of the Oak of Ages. Boom! Beautiful. What about the Dart of Doom? Heat-seeking missile! And then, of course, I have all sorts of lovely spells. Just want to make sure I don't run into my own spell here. Y'all want to see Ariel's combat animations? Get out of my way. Check this shit out. Woohoo! She summons whips. If I can get her to use her charge animation. She has a unique charge animation if I can get her to use it. I may be a little too inundated with dwarves. Oh, there she goes. So she can shoot nasty stuff out of her wings. She can summon Strangle Vines. If she uses her staff, she just blows you up. I love that vine animation. Behave yourself, dog.
Harmony warfare.
Oh, let's check out the Zotes. Zotes, get your asses in here. Oh, these stupid dwarves just like waltz past me. Here, just fight them. Bring in the Zotes! So check this out. When the Zotes attack, if you look, you can actually see they'll occasionally summon like vines and roots at people. You see them? You see the... See if we can get this guy to do it. Do the thing! No, that's not the thing. Do the thing! Yeah, there you go. They have very good AoE attacks. So they can summon roots from underneath you. So contrary to what everybody says, they're not just they're not just reskinned dragon ogres. They do actually have unique animations. Oh yeah, I would love to see Malagor be more like Ariel. I would love Malagor to at least be flying a little bit off the ground.
The season of war.
Sisters, show me those combat animations.
War is tragedy.
So you'll notice the Sisters of the Sisters of Twilight can actually shoot pretty effectively, even when they're in combat on their mount.
Guardians of Lauren.
Like, they are not a character that's held back. They will shoot point blank range. Do they use ammo when shooting in melee? Yes, I believe so. Pretty sure. So they got 2 ammo left. Yes, they are using their ammo. That'd be a little OP if they were doing that. That would be not a little OP, that'd be a lot of OP. So let's take a look at Ariel's items a little bit here. You can see Ariel's Dart of Doom not only is an ability that does pretty okay damage against low armor, but whoever it hits, it actually lowers their weapon strength by 25% for a good while. See, it gives that weaken state. Look how, yeah, 30 seconds. Minus 25% base and AP damage for 30 seconds. That is pretty awesome if you use it in a big duel. What elves didn't get a single good unit versus dwarves? Oh, hey, Falcon. Really? I figured the new Blade Singers would be decent. Like, yeah, they have magic attacks, but they have anti-infantry and pretty high AP. And the Sisters seem like they're going to be a nightmare for dwarves. But I'm also not big into multiplayer, so I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and berry wine. Berry wine is very, very cool. Not only does the berry wine heal you a bunch of health, it gives you 100% vigor back. So I could say, oh look, the Sisters of Twilight are exhausted. Well, nope, just kidding, they're fresh. Oh, yeah, you're right. Zotes do reduce... Yes, you are correct. Yep, Zotes not only have AP and bonus versus large, but they have magical attacks and they have dampening. So Zotes do have the dampening effect, which makes it so that their melee attacks lower magic resistance by 22%. Why is Coadil a cherry blossom? Bro, what cherry blossoms do you see that are glowing orange? The cherry blossoms are Alariel. Alariel has cherry blossom themed. That's more like pink. Yeah, no, Ariel gets stuff done, dude. She has such a good spell list. Soul Stealer is so good on a character like Ariel. So Zotes basically remove dwarf magic resistance? Yeah, pretty much. Hey, MO Addicted, thanks so much for the tip, my dude. What? Cherry Blossoms are awesome, why the hate? I'm not hating on Cherry Blossoms, I'm just saying that Coadil is not Cherry Blossoms. Cherry Blossoms are Alariel's, guys. How's my morning going? It's great, dude. I love being able to show off stuff. Does Ariel cause terror? Yeah. Yes, Ariel is terrifying. Does Ariel get mount options? Nah, dude. What is she gonna ride that's better than her own wings? She's a built-in ride. How feral is Ariel? I wouldn't call her feral, but she does get really nasty sometimes. Are there any Dark Elf units left for a possible Dark Elf versus Beastman DLC? I mean, yeah, there's always more left. I mean, because, so, something, CA kind of cheats sometimes. And some of the cheats that CA has essentially used to create new units, like the Blade Singers, for instance. The Blade Singer War Dancers are literally just, like, CA opened up the book, went to War Dancers, and whatever the unit champion is called, they just make those into a new unit. What about a Magma Dragon? A Magma Dragon is not a Dark Elf creature. I could see the Magma Dragon in, like, the Chaos Dwarf roster, but not the Dark Elf roster. Of course, we do have the Spell Weavers. There are 5 types of Spell Weavers. You get Dark Magic, Life Magic, High Magic, Beast Magic, and Shadow Magic. The Spell Weavers, the mounts they can come with are either Elven Steed, Unicorn, or Great Eagle. They also come with a unique buff called Loic's Blessing, which Loic's Blessing makes it so that whatever unit you target gets 24% speed and becomes, or a group of units, also gets stock and unspottable. They basically have Scarsnake's sneaky traps thing. And then for items, for multiplayer, then come with the Opal Amulet and the Channeling Staff. What are my top 3 favorite factions right now? I think my favorite factions right now in this game, so like I'm taking into account how fun they are to play. My favorites right now are probably Lizardmen. I'd say Lizardmen. Wood Elves with the rework. The new Wood Elves are hot. Then I guess Dwarves. Even though Dwarves need a lot of fixes, I still really enjoy playing them. Tomb Kings, I don't really like the Tomb Kings campaign can be fun, but it can get dry really quick. Just because it's very slow. Alright, so let me... Hey, Godzilla, thanks so much for the tip, my dude. It'd be nice if we got a good Lizardman DLC. Yeah, I know, tell me about it. Every Lizardman DLC has been trash. Yeah, Lizardman. Okay. Is there anything, anything y'all would like to see that I have not shown off yet? By the way, are y'all excited for the Everchosen this weekend? Y'all looking forward to that? It's gonna start on Friday this week. I can't... Darius! I'm gonna say this for like the 5th time. I love you, man. I can't talk about campaign. Can't talk about campaign. Please don't ask me about campaign. Orion, please? Sure. Let's get Orion and his wife in here. We've got Orion. We've got the wife. Who's somebody that the two of them hate? I know, just the guy. Morgar! Get your scraggly ass out here. With some of your lads. We can take him. We can take him! What's the Everchosen? The Everchosen is the biggest multiplayer tournament that we hold for Total War Warhammer. So on Friday, hosted on Total War Warhammer's Twitch channel, you're going to get to see the best multiplayer players in the community go head-to-head in a big old tournament to showcase off all the new content. And it's going to be super fun. Darius, you're good. You don't need to apologize, dude. Just hang in there, man. Darius, I promise you, the instant I can show you guys the new campaign, we're going to be all in. Will they feature... So, yes, the Everchosen on Friday will be showcasing all the new features. It'll be showcasing all the new units, all the new creatures, all the new mechanics, because there's been a lot of new mechanics implemented in this one. So, yeah. So, here they are. Husband and wife. You'll notice that... Orion is apparently a little bit of a size queen. Because he goes for the big lady. But who could blame him? Power is addicting. When can I reveal the FLC content? I already have. We've already played a little bit with Drycha and stuff today. Has CA said if you could confederate with Drycha? I don't think they've commented on Drycha campaign-wise. What lores does Ariel get? She has a combination of high, dark, and life. Yeah, this is Ariel's war form. That is true. This is Ariel's war form. She does have other forms. Obviously, they don't get showcased, but, you know, here we are. Alright, let's mess up Morgar. Oh, something else that happened to Orion that I think is different from y'all's build is Orion now gets 20% physical resistance, which I don't believe is the case in y'all's public build. And Orion also got... yeah, Orion has physical resistance now, and he can fire while moving. Orion can fire while moving. Do they get a buff when they're together? In campaign, they do. So, Tommy Bravo, if you put Ariel in Orion's army in campaign, Orion gains the Guardian trait. Do I think we'll see Ariel in AOS? No, because Ariel was fused with Alariel, and Alariel is in AOS. So, technically, Ariel is in AOS, but, you know, you get it. Alright, Orion, let's get busy. But see, this bums me out. The Horn of Orion, or Orion didn't get any new animations. I was really hoping he would. But that'll be a video for once all this is over with. Can Ariel take Orion as a mount or vice versa? I think Orion would actually fit very nicely on, like, Ariel's back. And just, like, hucking spears from her shoulders. But, unfortunately, no, they don't do that.
King in the woods.
Whoop. Where are you aiming, dude?
Orion. Eager.
Sound the horn! And let's kick some ass. One more spear. Whoop.
Esau wills it. Who would agree?
Husband and wife showdown versus Morgar.
Queen Ariel!
The Corruptor is here. Morgar is planning to eat that. Kind of like Throt's planning to in his campaign.
Queen Ariel!
Summon a big old tree. Summon a dwellers below. Orion, protect your wife.
Queen Ariel!
Let's hit Morgar with a debuff. Dart of Doom. So now Morgar has 25% less damage on all types.
Light the darkness! Gaze upon me!
Morgar didn't have magic attacks? I really thought he did. Can I do a real quick Durthu versus Coadil? Absolutely. After we blast Doofus here a bit.
Hungry for battle.
Queen Ariel.
So, random question for... Yeah, Coadil is in the game. Yep, Coadil is in the game. Coadil is a legendary hero that's unique to Drycha's faction. I love her shooting lasers from her little wand thing. I love when she's... Yeah, she summons roots out of the ground. She summons whips or, like, vines. Oh, no! Orion's low on health. If only I could do something about that. Boop!
Vengeance of nature.
Oh, the healing!
God against
Oh, I canceled my spell. Drycha and Kodo versus Orion and Ariel? Oh yeah, we can do that. We gotta do Kodo versus Durthu first. I love Dwellers Below, such a good spell. One thing you'll notice about the acorns is that the acorns of the Oak of Ages, it's basically what do you call it? What's that spell? It's basically Awakening of the Wood, except for like way better because it's mostly AP. Kaboom!
Lord of the hunt.
More stuff. Save the queen!
Hawk's talon hundreds.
Oh, dude, mess him up. Mess him up, Orion! Just walks him over.
In the woods. Slaughter them.
Good hit.
Orion.
Good hit. Good hit. Yeah, Ariel has a lot of AoE damage, but I also have used 2 Dwellers Below, to be fair. And Dwellers Below is like a really, really strong spell.
Fear the Gadda.
Come here, Morgar.
Eager for battle.
Regenerating little goof. Oh god, it hurts. Fighting an entire army with 2 characters is hard. Is Morgar dead? Oh, Morgar's dead! I can fly! I need that Dart of Doom. Hawk's Talon! Summon the dogs! I really wish the Hounds of... I don't mind this version of the Hounds of Orion, but I wish they gave him a dog summon. Hey, we won! Is Ariel also unbreakable? Yep. Ariel is unbreakable, just like Orion is.
Orion, swiftly.
Did Orion have Frenzy in y'all's build? I forget if he always had Frenzy. Here, have a dart on your way out. Can Drycha get elves in multiplayer? I believe so, yes. Is there much lore behind the Sisters of Twilight? Yeah, the Sisters of Twilight have done a lot of stuff. They're very busy characters. Because they basically stood in for Ariel. Ariel kind of went MIA for a couple hundred years due to a series of shenanigans. And here, let's let the AI be Durthu. The AI can wield the Tree Lord. I shall unleash the horrors of Coadil, with Drycha backing him up. Where's Coadil? There's Coadil. Y'all want to see it? I'll give it to you. Coadil versus Durthu. Let's go. Could I fight on a new map? Sure. Yeah, let me exit out of this and we can fight on a new map. Kill Ariel and show her death animation. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. We can do that in just a hot minute. Let's hold on. Let me switch to a new map. Can we see the Hawk Riders? Sure. I don't think they've changed. Here, let me show you Hawk Riders. There you go. Hawk Riders. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there you go. Alright, what's a new map? I know there are some new maps. Is the Fang... Usually they're named after items. So maybe Fang of Talroth. Fang. Nope. Well, actually I should be careful which one I show. Because one of them I definitely would get in trouble for showing. Let's just head to like an appropriate map. Nope. Isn't one of these like wood related? No? Ah, there we go. Passages of the Azrai. Perfect. And it turned me into a horror. Durthu for you. Wargrove for me. Let's boogie. What's the difference between Drycha's tree spirit units and the vanilla ones? The difference is that Drycha's units all have frenzy. And all forest spirits have Vanguard. Can I show off the Skaven units? We already did, but we'll mess around with them again in a little bit. Alright, Coadil, go have fun. Something's a little funky about this map, but I can't put my finger on it. So here we go. This is the showdown we got in the end times. How do you get Drycha? She is free LC that you get for owning the Realm of the Wood Elves DLC, which is the first Wood Elf DLC. Alright, so first we're going to hit Durthu with a Muster of Malevolence. This is going to lower his Vigor by 100%. Durthu is exhausted. Word of pain him. Because of course we're going to use dark magic against him. Good old Doom Bolt. What magic does Coadil get? Coadil gets Wisdom's Wild Form, Flock of Doom, Transformation of Caden for summoning Manticores, Power of Darkness, Word of Pain, Doom Bolt, and Wisdom's Wild Form. Oh, he miscast. That's not good. Oh, Durthu can take no more! Yeah, Durthu did not do so hot when I hit him with the Word of Pain. You're not getting away that easily. Oh, what a way to go. What a way to go. Just obliterated by the Doom Bolt. Why do Branch Race and Drycha have shadow magic? It kind of represents, like, the nastier side of the Forest Spirits and Athel Loren. The big thing for shadow magic is kind of as natural to Athel Loren as life magic is, because it represents like all the mysterious past, the shadowy nature, the illusionary magic of Athel Loren. It makes up a major aspect of it. And where creatures in Athel Loren's, when they cease being like guardians and tenders of new life, which is what kind of the life magic revolves around, that's when they tend to start focusing on more shadowy aspects, which is when they delve heavily into like illusionary stuff and of course hurting people very badly. How do you fight Coadil? Presumably by hopefully having something to counteract his effects. I mean, Coadil is very, very powerful in his own right. These are the campaign exclusive units for Drycha, by the way. Malevolent Dryads, Malevolent Treekin, Malevolent Treemen, Coadil, Malevolent Treemen Ancients, which can come with the lore of Life, Beast, or Shadow. Malevolent Branch Race, same lores. And then she has a couple of wild beast units, being Cave Bats, Giant Spiders, Giant Wolves, Feral Manticore, and Great Hawks. Can Drycha also get Aerial? You'll have to watch... she can in multiplayer. You'll have to watch CA to see when they announce stuff about Drycha's campaign and how it's different, because it is very different. All right, let's kill a few of these new people and see what it looks like when they go down. So here, I'm gonna play Clan Molder, so I can bring Throt, and I'm gonna put him on his Brood Horror, and we're gonna bring Gorich and the Packmaster, and we're just gonna we're gonna rip apart a couple of tree things. And gods and stuff. Some storm vermin never hurts. So let's fight the Sisters of Twilight. We can put them on their dragon. Actually, let's start with Drycha. Let's start with Drycha. Let's bring Ariel, the Glade Captain, on a stag. Blade Singers. And all sorts of new stuff. Should be a fight. I probably should bring a wizard just to be safe. Give me an Eshin Sorcerer. What is it I don't like about the Wolf Rats? The thing I don't like about the Wolf Rats, which I don't want to get super into, but the TLDR is that I wanted the Wolf Rats to be more like... Oh, whoops, I crashed my game. My bad. The TLDR is that my issue with the Wolf Rats is that I wanted I wanted them to be like the Norscan Ice Wolves. I wanted them to be all about... Oh, I'm going to do that again and see if I can... If that's a reproducible crash, then that's worth, you know, reporting. Did I find something? Oh, I did! Ooh, okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna make a note of that and pass that along to some buddies. So hopefully I can find out what caused that and they can fix it. I'm not sure what's causing that crash. That's the first time I've gotten a crash on this build. But it's good I found it, because that means it could be fixed. What other footlords do I think should get mounts? Vlad? I don't think Vlad needs mounts. Especially with the new changes. I wonder what. Let's see if we can figure out what caused it. Let's mess around here. If I go to like just a regular map, sure. Can I get a map I like that doesn't suck, please? Oh my god. Can I show any of the new maps? I'm not going to. Just out of safety. I don't want to walk into a new map and accidentally reveal something. Better safe than sorry. And then, let's see, what was my army? It was Throt, Gorich, it was a Packmaster, a Sorcerer, and then I took you, no. It was that. Because then I took enough Storm Vermin to fill up like so. And then for the Wood Elves, it was Drycha. I think I gave her her item. And then Ariel. Maybe I didn't give her her item. And then the Glade Captain on a Stag. New unit. New unit. New unit. New unit. New unit. That's what it was. Yeah, something like that. Let me see if this crashes it again. No. Okay, so it was something relating with the map and the Skaven. Because we got to play on that map before and didn't have any issues. So, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Is there any new ROR for existing units in the game? Yes. There is the Rat Ogre ROR, which are these guys, Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep, who have the Berserk ability, which is really, really nice. And they're also immune to Psych. Then you have the Hell Pit ROR, the Thing. The Thing is a big old Hell Pit abomination that has poison, and it can juice itself up, but it rampages when it juices itself up. Also, the Wood Elves got a Dryad ROR. Oh yeah, so my issue with the Wolf Rats, to be frank, is that I wanted them to be like Norscan Ice Wolves. Because in tabletop they're a fairly strong unit. Like they're fast moving, but they're not Chaos Warhounds. Like they're big boys. They're strength 4, toughness 4, had decent armor. Like they were nasty. And then what I wanted is for Clan Molder to also get giant rats. And I wanted the giant rats to be the Chaos Warhound unit, where it's like a mass horde of shit, so to speak. Like just a mass wave of bodies that's not very good at fighting. And then have the Norscan Ice Wolves be more, or the Norscan Ice Wolf type unit be the Rat Wolves, or Wolf Rats. And the Wolf Rats would have a lot less guys, but they would be significantly stronger because they would bring in... No. Rat Swarms are different. So you have Rat Swarms, which are like itty-bitty rats, and there's thousands of them, but they're big old swarms. There's no swarm units in this game, so that doesn't seem practical. Giant Rats were a unit. Giant Rats were a unit that your Packmasters would run around behind to buff. I'm just really disappointed with the direction they decided to go with the Wolf Rats. But that'll be a thing another day. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yeah, giant rats are dog-sized. Wolf rats are giant wolf-sized. Like, they're big. But, you know, we'll deal with that when we deal with that. So let's kill some characters. Let's see what these things look like when they die. I cannot show the Skaven Chieftain. Which factions need reworks the most? Beastmen and Warriors of Chaos need it the most. But I think dwarves, vampire counts desperately need a rework, and lizardmen need a lot of patching. Oh yeah, dude, like, I am so happy they're adding legendary heroes. Oh, you haven't seen Gorich yet? There he is. He's very big. Did Archaon ever meet Gorich? No. Gorich never existed outside of his little White Dwarf article. Norska as well. Norska just needs more stuff. I don't think Norska needs a rework. I think they just need more. Like, they just need stuff. They don't need a rework, though. I think Norska is totally fine. They just need more. They just need more tools to work with. Send in my pretties. Kill some Zotes. And the Queen. To me! To me! Throt, get in there! Come on, Gorge, kill Pony for me. I love his power claw. I want to see what it looks like when Ariel dies. Kill Ariel. Oh, those stags! Such a badass charge animation. Oh, she fell down. Down she goes again! If Ariel gets hit hard enough by a single attack, she can get slapped over on the ground. Alright, big guys, pull away, please. Let's let the Storm Vermin kill Ariel so she's not getting slapped around so hard. Does Cleric Vlag have any noticeable lores and not important? I'm not totally sure, to be honest with you. I think it's just one of the ancient ruined holds that got nommed by Chaos. Oh yeah, Drycha's in there. Drycha, how's your health? Pretty good. How's Ariel's health? Not great. Okay. Oh, down she goes! Ariel falls back, and she is no more. Kill the Zotes. Aw, poor Zotes. As for Drycha, That was kind of a lame death. What'd you expect her to do? She's getting trampled now. I mean, they don't have, like, the only character I can think of in the game who has a particularly interesting death animation is Ikit Claw, because he blows up. That's literally it. You wonder why would she explode? Let's kill Gorich. Maybe I wonder what Gorich does when he dies. Oh, show the brood horror exploring? That we can do. Let's blow up a brood horror. Give me some brood horrors. And let's fight... Oh, what's something that will kill brood horror really, really fast? High elves. Let's fight some, Silvern Guard. That'll do the trick. Stick Tyrion in there on foot. They'll chew through that in no time. We'll put Throt back out there. Try and keep those brood horrors fighting. We'll throw Gorich into the mix to get killed off. Maybe a couple extra Silver Guard just to be safe. And then... That'll work. Well, okay, I'll get like a random crew of characters to stand in the back. That way our leadership doesn't break. Well, Ariel is an ethereal. Like, if Ariel were to die, it would be horrible. Ariel doesn't get to, like, teleport back anywhere. If she dies, she's dead. How does the DLC affect Alariel? It does not. What's the relationship between Orion and the sisters? Orion is kind of like their stepdad. He's not directly their father, but he respects the Sisters of Twilight very much. He recognizes that they have the authority of his wife. I wouldn't say that Orion particularly cares about the Sisters of Twilight. Like, he doesn't actively think about them. But, I mean, he deals with them fairly regularly. Have Skaven Warlock Engineers finally received a mount option? No. Alright. Send in the Brood Horrors! Does the Gain Veil changing have any implications for Alariel besides the Widow's trying to get her settlement? No. Nothing has changed with Alariel. The only thing that may have changed, the only thing that did change for Alariel, the only thing that changed for Alariel is that when she gets Forest Spirits, all Forest Spirits have Vanguard deployment. All Forest Spirits have Vanguard deployment. All of them. Durthu, Treemen Ancients, all of them. They all have it. So that includes Alariel's. Alright, let's see if we can get these Brood Horrors to die. Jesse, I can't talk about that. Do Fellbats have Vanguard? I don't know. I could check. Fast forward. Good idea. They're probably going to run away. They don't have the most stable leadership. And then they'll recover and we'll bring them back. Back in you get. Get stuck. Get stuck. Nope. I don't know if they're going to be able to... Maybe I should fight the Brood Horrors. Yeah, let's do that instead. Let's fight what we're trying to kill. That way I can kind of like mass snipe them down. Or swarm them myself. So let's switch here. We're going to make the AI... let's see. Somebody asked about bats. Fellbats. Fellbats, do you have Vanguard? No. There you go. So we'll make you have just Brood Horror City in Gorich. So Gorich, we'll fight Throt on foot. And then we'll give you a couple, like, Horde BS to just make you a little more durable, so you don't just instantly break and run. Have a couple Brood Horrors, have a couple Mutant Rat Ogres, and that'll work. And then my army, I will take Wood Elves. Let's go with the Sisters of Twilight on their Eagle. Then we can have Glade Captain. And then we can have just like a whole buttload of Eternal Guard. And then grab some Archers for good measure. We just grab some Way Watchers, make life easy. More Spears. Why not? There we go, that'll work. Gorich gonna be a monster on campaign? You'll have to see. You'll have to wait and see. I cannot show the Skaven Chieftain yet. I don't know why, but I can't. Do the Sisters of Twilight recognize Orion as king? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. The Sisters of Orion, like, they speak with the authority of Ariel, but they recognize Orion's own power. Actually, when the Sisters of Twilight initially showed up, a lot of the Elven Council were like, who the hell are these chicks? Like, why are they trying to speak to us with any kind of authority? Like, they were banned from coming into the King's Council, which pissed off the Sisters. But they had to wait for Orion to come back from a hunt. And Orion came back and was like, oh, yeah. I know who these two are. And they had to let them in. Alright, so we've got the Brood Horrors slipping away to the side here. We're just going to kind of mow them down. So here we got the Sisters of Twilight. You'll notice they have Gwendolor's Vantage while they're on the Eagle, which buffs all of their ranged attacks. Thoughts on the Total War Warhammer mobile game? Looks terrible, not interested. Maybe it'll be good, but I wouldn't bet on it. I don't know, I have very little faith in mobile things. They kind of seem like cash grabs. Way Watchers! Make it pop! Here it goes! So they get all... It's kind of hard to see beneath all that fire. But they get all nasty and shaky, and then like, literally a second later, they literally pop. Like a big old zit. And if you're standing in it, it hurts. Yeah, I'm not going to play campaign today. I decided to do this instead. See, here it goes. Kaboom. Yeah, they don't leave corpses, they blow up. They're basically kind of like a light bloated corpse when they die. Try and mow this one down before it realizes it. Ah, dang it. Let's kill Gorich. Let's see if Gorich does anything unique when he dies. Way Watchers, kill Gorich.
They will die.
Okay. So he kind of blows up, and then he smokes out what's probably asbestos gas. Don't breathe that in. Do not breathe that in. It's almost assuredly bad for your health. Does he spin to death? No, I think he was in the middle of his spin animation and he got killed. Not quite the same. What's a mutant rat ogre do? Let's find out. Falls backwards. Nice. Classic. Can't go wrong with the classic. Oh, let's kill Throt. What does Throt do? Sisters! What does the Master Mutator do when he goes down? What's he at? He's not even quite to half health yet. It's gonna be a little difficult to mow him down. Get out of the way!
Blade Captain!
Move and shoot! Move and shoot!
Ready for battle.
Sisters of Twilight! Nature calls us! Athalauren Eternal!
Our bows are yours.
He's fast!
With me, sister!
Am I happy with Throt's implementation? Yeah, they did a great job with Throt.
I cannot refuse. Blade Captain! My bow hungers! Blade Captain! Highborn Captain ready!
Get your ass over here!
Blade Captain!
Run him down!
I must!
Run him down!
War is tragedy!
Throt's just like, get away from me!
Blade Captain! My glorious duty! Glorious! Child's play!
I wonder if this is more a little better.
Repositioning.
Okay, he's about to die. He's about to die. He just keeps regenerating.
Lead. Harmony warfare!
One more ought to do it. And he's dead. He made a noise! How do the sisters compare to the other Archer Legendary Lords? They're the strongest by far. By far. Just because they have advantage shooting from flying creatures. Is Drycha now a chaos creature? Nah, she's just kind of an asshole. I mean, they're flying artillery. They're absurd compared to the other shooting legendary lords. It's the Sisters of Twilight are not genetically related to Ariel or Orion. They're not they were not birthed by Ariel. They were created by Ariel. There's a lot of myths among the Wood Elves about how exactly that occurred, but it seems the true story, like the true canon behind it, is basically there was a little girl that got lost within like the really nasty places within Athalauren, and they were something happened to her where basically she encountered some kind of creature or horror or event that changed her. You want to have a snipe contest between the sisters and a Lithanar? We can do that. Other than give him all his stupid items. There, he even has his missile resistance item. I'm gonna bring mine too. But that little girl, something happened to her. It's not clear what, but something happened to her where she was like irrevocably changed by the forest. And it's believed that her change essentially resulted in her... oh wait, I need a ground unit. No, not rematch. God. Her adventure resulted in her being like split. Or at least what was left of her, Ariel was able to split her, and it resulted in kind of creating a entity that was the Sisters of Twilight. How much longer am I streaming? Not too much longer. We're just gonna show up a couple little things, then we're done. Do I think the sisters would be more effective to put them in melee and then shoot while they're also the dragon? The sisters on the dragon, you still want to be pretty shoot heavy with. I mean, you do get the advantage of, you do get the advantage of having, like, the dragon breath, which is really, really big. Ow. I can do that, too.
Dawn's light.
Use it.
The fury of spring. Bringing harmony.
There it goes. Boom! Fired it right back at him.
And Nestra. I'll enjoy this. Sisters of Twilight.
Okay, that definitely isn't gonna work. We'll keep it on the single shot. I mean, the sisters definitely have an advantage. I mean, they can fire twice. They're firing from a flying target, so, like, for them, it's a much easier shot. And they have, like, heat-seeking shots that actually, like, snipe in. Whereas his are more like a true bolt thrower. They don't change. He does do a lot more damage, though. Like, he hits way harder than the sisters do. Yeah, I think he's gonna come out on top if they keep going at a sniper fight. Maybe the dragon would have turned things in favor of the sisters because they'd have more health, but they do less damage because Gwendolyn increases their damage output. Of course, I could be dodging, but yeah. Like, assuming there's no shenanigans going on, you're just shooting at each other in a sniper fight. It looks like a Lithnar is going to come out on top. Unless something crazy happens. Are Storm Vermin better now? I mean... Oh, wait, I forgot! The sisters... Oh! Oh, God, are they going to get it? Are the sisters going to get their heal? Oh! Oh, he got him! Oh, down go the Sisters of Twilight. Oh, what a bummer. I forgot they have their heal. They have a super powerful heal, but the AI used the moonbow immediately afterwards. So because he used the moonbow, they weren't able to heal. Because the way the Sisters heal works is that it triggers and it takes a certain amount of time before it activates. The heal, you have to... It takes 30 seconds for it to go off. Which is a really long time. Like, if the heal triggers, you gotta run the hell away. You gotta get out of dodge so that it'll activate. Honestly, considering how I feel like the multiplayer feedback crew, because you know that this stuff goes through... It's gotta go through testing phases. And there probably has to be people with, like, a more multiplayer mindset that get to look at these kinds of things. And I feel like Conjoined Destiny is probably one of those things that got overreacted to. Like, it gives you half their health back after 30 seconds of waiting. And you get it once. I don't know. I feel like that could have been substantially heavier, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Like, to get that ability to work, you have to be paying attention. Like, you have to be paying attention so you can peace out. Alright, dudes. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it because I'm not exactly sure. Wait, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for about 2 hours. Granted, I started with something totally different. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and call it. I do appreciate you all being here with me for this stream. I'm going to be streaming some more today. I'm probably going to be playing... maybe Vermintide? Maybe I'll be playing Hades on Twitch for a bit. But we're done with Total War for the day. I can only show, you know, so much in a given time frame. So we're going to go ahead and call it there. I hope you all enjoyed it. If somebody wants to be a real hero, feel free to come back when the VODs live and timestamp everything. I'm sure that would make life easier for folks. We will get to do some really exciting stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be some really, really cool stuff going on. So you'll be able to check that out then. I will probably be back later this afternoon with Vermintide. Probably very, very soon. Like maybe 10 or 30 minutes. I'm feeling some Vermintide. If you're on Twitch, don't go anywhere just yet, Twitch. I will send you guys on a raid somewhere. I'm trying to be good about raid culture. But those of you on YouTube, I believe there's plenty of... There should be... Somebody's got to be streaming right now. So feel free to go hit up whoever else is streaming. Or feel free to come back here for some Vermintide. Legend of Total War is streaming. Go say hi to Legend for me. All of y'all go pile on into Legend's chat and tell him the Lore Master sent ya. Go give him a wah for me. In any event, if you're not coming back for Vermintide, if you're just interested in Total War stuff, I totally get it. Feel free to go enjoy your day. YouTube, have a good one. I'm assuming y'all are basically gone now. Oh wait, I can turn off y'all stream manually. So I'm gonna turn off the YouTube stream and then Twitch I'll deal with you guys. So YouTube, thanks again so much for being here, guys. Really would appreciate it if y'all drop a like on your way out. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch all the other stuff we're gonna be doing and all the upcoming lore videos and everything. So love you all very much. Be sure to wash your hands, wear masks, stay safe, and yeah. Bye, guys. Twitch, don't go anywhere. I gotta wait for the YouTube stream to catch up. There we go. Okay. Okay. It's just